talked at the draft about the emphasis that the Leafs put on the details of the game. Have you felt that that's carried over to this camp from last year?
Yeah, for sure. And I was out there, and we were talking a little bit about how you improve the little things, and it starts to add up. So it's the small details that I think that make you a better player, and it really makes a difference between making it and not. So I really, like I said, I appreciate the detail they take, and it really makes you a better player.
Well, speaking of the details for you personally, Kyle mentioned at the draft that you had sort of overhauled your lifestyle, nutrition, everything last season. Can you sort of take us through what that process was like for you and really what motivated it for you?
Yeah, well, I spoke a little bit about how I went to the draft last year and didn't get picked, and it's an eye opener. I went to a few camps, and you realize what it takes to be a pro. So it was really, it was a life change that it was a change that I thought really took my game to the next level, and it's something I'm going to continue to do. And as you get along in your career, you just got to be more in detail of that stuff, and I think it really makes a difference at the end of the day. And like I said, as I go along here in my career, it's only going to have to ramp up even more. So it's just something, little change I had in the off season that I think helped me out, and I'm going to continue to do that.
Is that type of stuff primarily off the ice that you're talking about, the changes you made?
It's
how you approach
it's everything, and it was something that I thought I'd take it upon myself, and I took the initiative on it, and really went out and I studied what it takes, and I went to a few camps last year, and a lot of guys go to camps, and there's a lot of pro players there who played, and you realize what it takes. So it's really just feeding off of other players, and something that you learn from other people, and it's one mindset I've had my whole life, and it's if you have that mentality to learn and get better every day, you really pick up on a lot of things, and like I said, the small things that on and off the ice make a difference.
Were there any pros that you came in contact with that you really respected how they approached their craft, and that you've drawn some inspiration from?
It's not so much came in contact, just seeing the way the AHL guys just the way they hold themselves, and just the pro guys even in the NHL. I went to, like I said, the camps last year, just the way they hold themselves, and it's no one in particular, it's everyone, and you realize that level of play, it's something you need to have if you want to really take that step and be a good player in the pros.
What was your expectation going into last year's draft? Like, why did you end up deciding to go? Like, where did you think you were going to get picked?
Well, I knew it would be late, and I knew it would have been in rounds, 5 to 7, and it was almost a decision I made, just a few weeks before the draft, and I knew it was upon myself, and talked to my family and my agent, and I believed I would have been a good pick, and with my work ethic, I knew I was going to try to come out and have a better year, and I knew I was going to become a better player than I was, and I thought if a team took me in the late rounds, I'd want to be there to experience it, and almost take it upon myself, and really enjoy it. So it was just a decision where I believed I should have been picked, and obviously it didn't go my way like I talked about, and you learn from it, and took that experience, and it wasn't so much proving teams wrong, it was proving the people who believe in me right, and I think if you take that mentality, it's a lot better way of thinking things, and that's what I did.
What's this experience been like as a Toronto kid, assuming you were a Leaf fan growing up?
Yeah, it's like I said so many times, it's been a dream come true, and to see, like I said, I was here last year, and to see behind the scenes a little bit and what it's like, and the way what it takes, and it's just a dream come true, and it just makes me play with that much more passion and commitment to this organization. So it's like I said, a dream come true, and I'm really happy to be here.
Did you ever get to any games and just watch on TV?
Growing up, I've been to a bunch of games, and there's so many good memories, and obviously when the Leafs win, it's always a great night when you're leaving the rink. But always watch on TV. Hockey Night in Canada has always been a big thing for me. Saturday night, I'd probably take about an hour before a game just to prepare myself and get amped up for the game. So.
Doing what?
I'd make sure my dinner was ready. I'd have a great meal, and my mom and my I'd always eat well on Hockey Night in Canada, and my whole family would be there, my younger brothers, and we even just intermission we'd playing hockey outside. So it was just Hockey Night in Canada was a pretty big event in my house, and it's just something I've always dreamed of.
Who was your favorite league?
Brian McCabe growing up, actually, and.
Have you thought much about next season for you and what you're going to need to do over the summer and the steps you're going to have to take to get to wherever you foresee yourself being next year?
Well, obviously that's a long ways to go, and I think I have a lot of work to do this offseason, and just getting drafted is just the beginning. So it's the real work starts now, and I think if I work hard this summer, I'll worry about that stuff later.
Did you do anything special to celebrate getting drafted?
No, not really. Kind of just, we went out for a nice dinner that night, my family and a friend of mine who also got drafted, but it was a quick turnaround. I mean, I flew home Sunday, and it was right in Toronto that night. So it was nice to get out that dinner, but we didn't do anything crazy.
Where's the area of your game that you feel needs the most work in order to make the jump to the pro level?
Well, obviously it's physicality, and you know that's something that's only going to get bigger. The guys are only going to get bigger and stronger, and I think if I really work at that, and you know I use my mindset and you know my hockey sense and stuff like that, and I could add that physicality aspect in my game, I think it'll only make me a better player.
What are some of the details that, and we touched on how they have very good goal oriented? Some of the guys were saying little things like not crossing over on the feet for the defenseman in particular can make a huge difference. What are some of the things they've sort of pointed out to you? I know they film everything this year too. So.
Yeah, you know, talking about details, they do film everything, and it's nice to you know kind of sit back and see yourself in action and see yourself. It makes it a little easier to learn, I think, and you know just the way you control your stick, and it might only give you a split second, not even of that much quicker, but the game gets fast, and at the end of the day, if that can help me out just that little split second faster, I think it's small details like that add up for sure.